Here's a look at the new project. My 97 Cabby, or Cabrio if you want to call it that. This is a 2-liter, clean as heck example. It's literally got this little like plastic cover, which I thought would have been gone on a car like this old. But from what I'm thinking, this car is a Mexican original, you know? Because like I've seen videos where the engine starts leaking right here from this little plastic housing or whatever cracking. Thankfully this thing looks in mint condition. No worries on that. Everything's original. The strut tower shocks, whatever you want to call them, these things are bad, and I have a replacement for both. Here's the original ones, and then that one is some sort of aftermarket one that they replaced already, but it's already bad too. And then I recently replaced the clutch cable with the new one, and then the new one was longer, so I'm gonna go to a shop, see if it's adjustable, ask them if they've had experience installing these, you know. And today's project was bleeding the brakes, so I literally been spending all day just trying to get this thing to bleed. But the good news is I got it to bleed, and I've just been sitting here for like the past 2 hours trying to pump. And as you can see, the little air bubbles, it's got a lot of air in the system. But when I drove this thing originally, an hour away, it didn't have any brakes, so I'd have to stomp on the pedal like 5 times before I would get even a little bit of grip. And now, thankfully, I can actually see bubbles coming out, which means the system's getting bled, which means all my stress is gone. Because at the beginning it wasn't bleeding, so I was very, very stressed on if these lines were dirty or if something happened. Took off the bleeder screw, there was no rust on it, so I mean it was brand new. Like I could show you the condition this car is in, which is amazing. Look at the bleeder screw on this thing. Look at that, it is mint. Even the brake line, there's no rust. There's no rust on this at all, which makes me believe this is a fucking diamond in the rough for sure. You know, you're not gonna find a Cabrio of this shape anymore, and the ones that I see on Facebook aren't even running that well anymore. They have issues, or you know, the roof is just torn, so there's nothing good on it. Or at least a lot of work to be done. And this one I saw had the least amount of work. Well, obviously besides the shifter bushings, which I was able to replace. That was actually the first thing I did. So all the bushings have been replaced. And as you can see, I have bolts there where there used to be rivets, which if you do not know and you're gonna get into these cars and you're gonna change these bushings, be ready to have a drill, because that is riveted in there, and the only way to get that bushing out is by drilling out those little rivets. And then best recommendation is do this: put bolts, don't do the rivets again, to save yourself some trouble in the future if you do want to do this job again. It's got the Euro tuning shift linkage kit, whatever. So it came with all the bushings, came with this arm, came with that arm. All the bushings needed, you know, the ones on the weight. All of them have been replaced. All of them have been replaced. And like I was saying earlier, all I gotta do now is just keep bleeding that line until no bubbles come out. Do it to all 4, and then I should be chilling. Got the JBL hooked up here. I was listening to some music. But yeah, hope y'all are excited for the project. You know, maybe hopefully y'all see these little guys grown up. There is currently 6 of them that I'm taking care of, that I've become a father for. So there's 1, 2, there's 3. I don't know where number 4, 5, and 6 is, but oh look, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4. I'm gonna go feed them right after this. But what do y'all think of the cabby? The front is all plasti dip, so thankfully I can easily remove that with Goo Gone. I already did on that side, and the paint is pristine underneath. So this is about to be a all red cabby, which I am excited for. The wheels it came with are pretty nice too. Can't complain. I have the trimming all around. I'm just trying to take this old adhesive off and then redo it, so then I don't have to worry about that. So don't worry about that, because I have that covered. Like I said, I gotta finish bleeding it. There's my tools. There's my kittens. Here's the wheels. Check out how nasty low this thing's riding, but it's really just because I think the shocks are like worn the hell out. Oh, this thing's got nittos. That's pretty cool. Thought about putting white lettering on the tires. I thought it'd look cool on this little thing. But yeah, this is gonna be my new daily. At least I hope so. You know, the cabby. But you know, if y'all are interested, stick around. This cabby's going to be doing some things.